Yeah, what's going on, guys? Today, me and my friend here, Mr. Dogbone, say hello,
What up?
are going to be doing Survivor 46 Episode 1 Power Rankings. Yes. How do you feel about that, Mr. Dogbone?
I feel like I am probably going to be wrong on most of these, but if I am right, then I can laugh at the people who laughed at me for saying I would be wrong.
Facts. Okay, I feel like we should both start by saying some stuff about the first boot of the season, David Jelinski. So I'll start off, okay? David Jelinski is a very peculiar player. He quit pretty much everything that he could possibly quit on Survivor without actually quitting the game. Um, Me and my friend were talking after watching the episode, and he gave a very good comparison. He said that Jelinski is like Brandon Danlon if Brandon gave up on climbing the ladder. And I feel like that's a very good comparison to make. But yeah, one of the funniest things I've ever heard in Survivor history was that the first tribal council, um, the first tribal council David said that he does not quit, and Jeff said, "How can that be when you literally just quit a challenge?" And he goes, that's a good point there, Jeff. Yeah, that's what I gotta say about freaking David Jelinski.
Pro. I'm not gonna lie, David Jelinski was a fun character when he lasted. He reminded me of Jacob Derwin from Ghost Island and Zane Knight from Philippines. I still think Zane Knight is the goofiest first boot, but I can definitely say that Jelinski is in contention for being the goofiest first boot and funniest first boot in the history of Survivor. He's probably going to be remembered for a long time, even though he was the first boot.
True. And at 17th, the 17th spot, I have Jess, aka Jessica. Jessica kind of reminds me of a Chinese version of Emily from 45, but I don't really see Jessica changing as a person. I think she's just gonna kind of be a little Cretan the entire time she's on the island. And as we saw from the little sneak peek, Buhano Gabal gets very mad at her and goes, Jess! At the challenge. So I think that Jess might get absolutely beaten up by Gabano Gabal and medically evacuated from the game next episode.
Yeah, at number 17, I also have Jessica. I mean, I think whoever doesn't put her here, your list is just wrong. She's clearly going to be the next one to go if they go back. Like you said, Bahanu got really mad at her for something that she did. I don't know if she was panicking or freaked out or dropped something and made them lose, but that purple tribe is doomed. And I feel really bad for Q because he's like their only good challenge competitor.
True. And at number 16, I have Soda. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, why do you have Soda here? Well, it's because she is a clinically insane person. You know, at the, what did she say at the marooning? She was like, "Not me, no, no, not them, but not me." That kind of scared me a little bit when she did that. Um, you know,
Yeah,
I don't want to be rude here, but her occupation kind of makes sense.
right,
Yeah, they got one teaching too.
right. At number 16, I got, this might be a shocker, but I got Randon because there's no way he's going to make it farther than Venus. Like, I think Survivor is editing Venus in a way to where they want us to have this little rivalry between them, and I think Venus is going to come out on top, and Randon's going to be the first boot from that tribe. Unfortunately, I like the guy. I liked him in the premiere, but I just don't see him getting that far in the game if they go to tribal council ever. But they are very dominant, so they got that to their name.
At number 15, this might be very controversial, and I'm sorry, Anton, but I have Tim Spicer. Now, I like Tim Spicer. He seems like a little goofy guy, but he was given a very negative edit this episode, and it kind of seemed like the editors were trying to call him a little bit of a sexist, to be fair. He was like, we gotta take out the females. We can't let them dominate this game, guys. They gotta go. And then he said, I have a wife, and a grandma, so I know how females operate.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think your ranking of Tim is a hot take because up next I also have Tim. I just again with the all girls alliance and Maria having an extra vote, he's cooked, and they like Ben and Charlie's in their alliance.
He also gives
So
off very big what was his name from 44? I mean from 43. What was his name?
who
James. He gives off big James
James?
vibes.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And what are we at now? We at 14. At number
Yeah.
14, I got Ben. I went into this show thinking that Ben was going to be this very goofy guy. Just all he does is drop these musical shenanigan wordplay stuff. As you know, I got exactly what I was hoping for from Ben. That is literally all he does. I laughed out loud pretty hardly when he was the first person to step up for the Savvy challenge. I thought there's no way there's no way they're getting their stuff, and I was correct. Yeah, I mean, Ben seems like a fun guy, but he's not gonna win Survivor.
That's pretty accurate. Up next is definitely going to be my hottest take, probably of the list. I got Venus. She had a terrible premiere. Finding idols, getting caught by Randon. I don't know why Randon didn't just snitch and say, "Oh, she was looking for idols," and that's why I ratted her out. But I don't know. It's like I think Venus is gonna go far, but this is episode one power rankings, and she did not impress me this episode. And the next time on episode two shows her getting mad at someone. I assume it's Randon, and she's like, "You don't want to see the angry side of me," which could diminish her social game and any chance of her winning. So I got her there.
At number 13, I have old Charlie Davis. Now, the reason I have Charlie Davis here is because I think that the females of that tribe are just using Charlie to get an edge up on the other men. And they see Charlie, they're like, okay, this guy likes Taylor Swift, you know. He likes fruity drinks. He's definitely going to work with the girls and not the guys. But as soon as we get a chance, we're going to slit his throat just like an anti hero. That's a Taylor Swift reference. Let's go.
All right, at number 13, I have Ben. Same reason when you talk about that female alliance is probably going to dominate, and Ben, again, he's got good energy, which is going to keep him around longer than Tim, I think, but not too much longer. If they end up somehow losing to that abysmal Purple Tribe.
At number 12, I have Liz. And honestly, I can't remember anything that Liz said or did for the entirety of the premiere.
She was allergic to a lot of food.
Oh right, yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, now, yeah, okay, that's what she said. Was that
Yeah.
her? Is that the only thing she said the entire premiere?
I think there was something how like she's gonna struggle or something like that. And then she said something towards marooning where she was like, "Oh yeah, that's gonna be us winning," and they ended up winning. And honestly,
Oh
I
yeah.
got Liz also at number 12. I just again, she just existed. That's all I can really say. She existed in a 90-minute premiere. Everyone got like significantly more screen time, and then she just got the purple edit.
Even Jelinsky, and he was dog
Even
water.
Jelinski, even Jess got more screen time than her, and Jess got like a really negative edit.
And at
So
number 11, I have Bohanu Gabal. Going into the season, I expected Bahanu Gabal to be a terrible Sara player, and he has exceeded my expectations pretty drastically. He is, he was pretty much in like a good position on his tribe, like maybe even in like the second best position on his tribe, other than like maybe like Kinsey and Q. Like he's in a pretty good position on that tribe. I don't see him going to I don't see him going if they go back to tribal council because they're going to vote out Jess. So yeah, he's in a pretty good position on his tribe over there.
Yeah, I also actually have Bahanu at number 11 as well. I swear we didn't look at each other's lists. We literally made them,
I made this
and
5 minutes ago.
yeah, I made it like 10 minutes ago. So yeah, I agree. Bahanu is actually shocking me. I thought he was going to be an early boot, and I thought like when they released that weird 10-second clip of him asking if Kenzie had an idol, I thought that was in episode one, but apparently it wasn't. So maybe he's gonna get in some hot water that episode, but I don't know when that's gonna be. And yeah, Jess is gonna go home first on that tribe anyway. So Bahanu's probably
I
right
also
after
could see
her.
that being a joke now with his personality. Him just like, oh, if I'm an idol, it could be just him joking around.
Yeah, because it was like him crying, and then he just randomly stops crying. And it's like, do you have an idol? So like, it's like I don't know.
At number 10, I have, way higher than you have him, but I have Randon. I think that he could actually get pretty far in the game. I think this is going to be like a, I think the whole uh, what's her freaking name? Venus and
Venus.
Random thing are gonna be like kind of like Bruce and Katora, where it's gonna last like at least till merge. I think they're setting this up for a big conclusion. And I could see Brandon doing some strategic stuff. He seems like a pretty smart guy.
I mean, he's got a kid. People with kids are
True.
smart
Who thought he was
because
gonna
they
be the
know how to
first
take care
boot?
of them.
She was wrong, dummy.
I know. I didn't think that he was going to be the first boot. Um, at number 10, I actually have her a lot higher than you ranked her. I have Soda. And again, like, she wasn't shown much, but like the time she was shown bonding with people, singing. She knows how to make fire, which could be like foreshadowing that she makes it far and loses Final Four fire,
I
but.
will say she has a chance to win because she literally is just a carbon copy of friggin' Marianne.
Katora. Oh, Marianne? Okay. I think I gonna say Katora.
Now
But
think about it. Think about it. Mary Ann and Hunter's relationship so far has been the exact same relationship as Mary Ann and Jonathan on 42.
that's
She
true.
was singing, he was rolling his eyes. Literally the same exact thing for Jonathan and Mary Ann.
I can agree with that. But yeah, Soda, she was like talking to Randon about Venus, and then she ratted him out, or yeah, she ratted him out to Venus, and now Soda has an ally in the game already, and doesn't seem like she is going to be in any danger of being the first one voted out, unless if it's for challenge performance.
True. At number 9, I have Mariah Gaynard, which, um, I think I was getting Mariah and Liz mixed up because they kind of both look similar. But yeah,
Yeah,
Mariah was doing pretty well. I think she was the nerd that was like, "Oh, I like you, old lady mom person," right? That was Mariah.
Yeah, Mariah and Maria. Yeah,
Yeah, which is they should not have put them on the same trial. That was a terrible mistake. On now we got Mariah and Maria. What the heck are you
yeah,
thinking about, Jeff? But yeah, I think Mariah was she was like she had majority. She has a majority alliance now because they have an extra vote. So yeah, she won't be in any trouble if they go to tribal council. And yeah, I think she's playing pretty good. She is the first one to cry on the season. I'm pretty sure. So good for
Mariah.
her, I guess. Yeah, she was crying like, oh, I don't have friends in real life, so I'm glad I made some friends.
Was she the first one to cry? I think so. Or no, was it that or her or Jess? Who was it
Did
between
Jess
them?
cry?
Yeah, Jess cried on night two when she couldn't sleep.
Oh, true. I don't know, bro.
I I think. Okay, but anyways, at number 9 I have Charlie, and yeah, he's just a male on the Green Tribe, so he's pretty much screwed. But he does trust them, and they trust him, and he is in the middle. Everyone trusts him. He's the best male on the Green Tribe, but it does not mean he's in a good spot. Like if you are born as a male on a tribe of 6 with Maria, Mariah, and who's the third girl?
Um, Jim.
Yeah, Jem. Um, pretty much just not gonna go far. So I think that Charlie will probably side with the girls and not win the game or go too much further because they're just eventually going to cut him off, like you said.
True. At number 8, I have Maria. I got Mariah and Maria right back to back because I think that their longevity in the game will depend on how well their duo can last. Because I feel like as soon as one of them goes, the other one will go pretty soon after they will, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. I think they're going to be a pretty good duo, but it just depends how well they're able to connect with people in come merge time.
Yeah. Okay, at number 8, I have Q. And I really liked Q in the premiere. I thought he was funny, especially at Tribal Council when he was like reacting to Jelinski's answers to the questions. There, he was like, "Oh, we quit the challenge," and Q made it look like, no, you quit the challenge. I didn't want to quit the challenge." But again, it's just like, yes, he did kind of persuade the Jelinski vote off, but to me, if Tiffany and Kenzie are smart, they would see that as a red flag on him wanting to control votes later down the line. And I think that they want to be in the driver's seat, and I don't think they want him to be in the driver's seat. Plus, he's also really strong, so that could also be a red flag coming into merge. But I think that Q is in a pretty good spot. He's definitely not going to be the next one voted out. I think Bahanu and Q go, or not Q, Jessica go over him, and yeah, he's at number 8 for me.
At number 7, I have Jim Hussein Adams. And kind of for the same reasons as I have Mariah and Maria at 9 and 8. And you may be wondering to yourself, well, why do you have Jim higher than them? Because she's more attractive.
She's got a boyfriend though.
Okay, I retract my
um,
statement. I changed Mariah and Jim now.
okay. Um, I swear, guys, we did not copy our list. I got Jack number 7, um, as well. I just think that she has the least amount of power out of the trio on the green team, and I think that the other two are just slightly better players than her.
Okay, okay. I think Jim kind of seems like a J Maya like J Maya like clone.
J Maya, if she socialized with people, yeah.
Yeah. At number 6, I have her way higher than you do. I have Venus at number 6 because even though I hate her edit this episode, I don't think it was a bad edit per se. I did think it was kind of weird that she was mad about getting called a princess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot to talk
Like that
about
kind of
that.
makes no sense to me.
That was so
And then was
stupid.
also
Like,
mad when she was also called Parvati.
so what does she want to be called then?
Yeah, I don't know. Stupid. I'll
Does
call
she
you
want?
stupid. You're stupid. But yeah,
Does she want to be? Does she want to be called a prince? Like
I think
what?
her edit made it seem where she was on the right side of the Randon and her like scuffle a little bit,
Yeah.
and I think overall, because we saw Randon talk about, oh, she's such a good strategist, and immediately so it was like, no, no, she's not gonna be good at the game. Shut up, I'm gonna go tell her right now. Like, so people are perceiving her as less of a player than she actually is, except for Randon, where he's like, bro, guys, we gotta, what are you guys doing?
Brandon's smart. Do you think that Brandon will try to tell Hunter and Tevin as well
He probably already
about
did,
Venus?
just didn't show it.
Yeah. All right. At number 6, I have, this might be a hot one here, but Kenzie. And the reason why I have her at number 6 is because I think that the person at number 5 is just like a hair better because of the tribe they are on. And the 4 above are just players that are clearly better and or have advantages and stuff. So But Kenzie is a good player, and I kind of expected this. She's got like that Carolyn vibe, but also like a social vibe, you know.
Okay,
So
okay. At number 5, I have Tiffany. Now you might be wondering to yourself, well, why do you have Tiffany at number 5? She has an idol. Okay, do me a favor, okay? Think about what happened in the episode, right? Think about the events of the episode. Did Tiffany have literally any edit until she found that idol thing? No,
no,
she had none. The only edit that Tiffany had the entire episode was just her finding the idol. That's it.
yep, I can agree on that. But at number 5, I have Mariah because she was the leader of that alliance. Not the most powerful though. She'll come later down the line, but she is the leader of that alliance and was like, we got to get Charlie, and now they got Charlie wrapped around their finger and is playing a pretty good social game. That doesn't mean like I'm rooting for her to win. I just think that she's a good player, like a good survivor player.
At number 4, I have Kinsey because even though I do think it's kind of weird that she was like, "Oh, I'm such a queen of the game," because everyone's saying they have good vibes with me. Kinsey, they're saying that to everybody. They're not just saying that to you. But the show made them like a distinction. They didn't show on that tribe. They didn't show everyone saying, "Oh, I have good vibes with you and you." They were showed it specifically only for Kinsey, to show that everyone likes Kinsey on that tribe.
Hmm. Also, can we just talk about how in the premiere they showed her designing hair? Like, did she design Dennis Rodman's hair? If
That was
you
a
could
goofy.
put a
That was a
picture of
goofy
that,
moment when that was a goofy moment when Zelensky was not trying to save himself. He was just getting his hair done by by Kinsey.
Kenzie. Yeah, and then she voted for him. It's insane.
Yeah, that's not very swag.
Put a picture of Dennis Rodman's hairstyle if you can find it, and tell me that Kenzie was not born in like the 70s to do it for him. It's like literally the hair that she was designing in the premiere. That's what his hair looked
Okay,
like.
now it's your number 4 pick, Bucko.
Tiffany. I got Tiffany at number 4. And like you said, she didn't get too much at it apart from the idol, but the idol is what heavily like puts her here. And that's all I can really say about her.
Also, idols were way easier to get this season than last season. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, way easier. The Warrior Advantage was terrible. Like if you lose a challenge, you can get the idol. Like you lose your vote, then what's the point of losing your vote then
You
if
think
you
you think
put
like people will deliberately throw challenges for the idol now?
I hope not,
Like
because if so, that's dumb.
like if Hunter finds the idol, you think he's just gonna be like, oh okay, well, he's gonna
I
be like,
think
well,
Hunter would just be chill.
we're never gonna freaking lose a challenge. Well, what happens if a team doesn't lose a challenge though? Then like they just not get the idol?
I have no idea. I don't think we've seen to where a team has gone undefeated with the Warrior Advantage. Like
Um,
and not used it, and not used it. Like in 41 they had the quotes, in 42 they had the quotes.
Reba freaking didn't was undefeated in challenges, but that didn't matter though.
Yeah, because they didn't have the tribal council thing with the wax.
Okay, at number 3, I have Hunter. Now, the reason I have Hunter here is because even though I think he's a very, very good player right now, he's probably the best physical player other than Q, maybe. But I think that if it comes to like him in the final 3, I see other people purely on just like energy and like vibes. I could see him losing to certain other people in the final 3 because like he said, he is an introvert, not an extrovert.
Okay. At number 3, I actually have Maria. Maria was really impressed me. I'm not gonna lie. She really delivered, like, on why she is the player who she said she would be. I mean, when we go to the journey, she was like she pretty much just manipulated and blackmailed Jelinski to give her an extra vote by saying, "Oh, I'm gonna badmouth your name if you don't tell the truth about the skull." And he did that, and as a result, he got voted out. So,
Yeah, she
and she
really
also She also is in that female alliance, which is going to dominate that tribe. So, yeah,
Yeah, she honestly is just like she's just Heidi from 44 if Heidi was good at Survivor.
I can agree on that.
And number two, I have my boy Q because not only did he pretty much like he was the only the edit deliberately showed us that he was like the only person in that alliance gunning like wanting Jelinski out, and then everyone's like, okay, yeah, we'll vote for Jelinski. Not only that, he had some swag confessionals that episode. What was the one about
I
him
can
like
agree.
I need what did he say like I need people on my army soldier I need soldiers
Yeah,
not quitters or whatever he said. That was a swag confessional.
yeah,
And we got his perspective on a lot of things this episode.
that's true. Coming in at number two, I have Tevin, and he was really, really good this episode, and I actually really liked him this episode. Like, I could say that I liked Tevin this episode. I thought he was cool, and pretty swag. And he's in a really good position. He's got an extra vote. He's well liked by his tribe. He's on a really good tribe. He's got a dynamic duo already with Hunter, and I mean, I don't think anything went wrong for Tevin in this premiere episode. And yeah,
Number one, I have Tevin. I think that Tevin is absolutely in the best position right now in the game. Hunter literally went to Tevin like, "Hey, I'm I need someone to help me with socially. Please be that person." Like you do not. That's not something you should do in Survivor. I'm gonna be to keep it a buck. But also, the Andy Griffith Alliance is a dope name for an alliance.
yeah.
Is it because is it because Hunter's white and Tevin is black? The world may never know.
And at number one, I got Hunter. I think that he and Tevin are both like you can put Tevin or Hunter at one or two. I won't complain. But
I didn't pick Hunter at either of them.
yeah, but I'm saying like if you were to come to me and say, "Oh, I think Tevin should be number one and Hunter should be number two," I literally want to complain. I just think that Hunter has everything Tevin has except for the extra vote and is in a really good spot with the Orange Tribe. But the one reason why I have Hunter above Tevin is because he's really good in challenges. Like Hunter is really, really, really good in challenges.
True, Hunter is pretty swag. Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I think this might be the I best. I think this might be like the best premiere of the new era, and
I,
also
I
might be my favorite cast of the new era. Like, there's a lot of players that I didn't think I would like going into the season, but that I really like them. Like Ben, I really like Ben.
yeah.
Even players like Charlie, I was like I didn't love Charlie this episode, but I also didn't mind when he was on screen. He was kind of fun to hear from time and time again, you know.
Apart from Taylor Swift.
Well, even then, he just said he liked her. He didn't like wasn't like
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't mention her like in the confessional when they were talking about Kanye West. So, but I mean, I can agree.
really. I think the only player
I
I
like
didn't like was like maybe like I can't even
Venus.
yeah Venus probably the only person I didn't like hearing from.
I can agree with that. I already knew I probably wasn't gonna like Venus, and I was right. I don't like Venus. I
Also, just
think
me
that
or does Tiffany kind of sound like freaking Saboya from
kind of
45, and she also found that advantage too.
that's true. Maybe she will have an inevitable downfall, but I don't think she will. I think that the players that surprised me the most were Hunter. Obviously, I did not expect him to be that good in challenges, especially being like a.
The player that surprised me the most was freaking Jelinski. I didn't expect him to like freaking
I
go off the
yeah, I did not
deep end
expect.
in episode one.
I thought he was gonna go far. I mean, like with his
To me,
application.
several means seven, not four, because seven is in the word several, even though it's not.
Bro, he even has the voice of Jacob Derwin too. But I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Jelinski return and learn from his mistakes. But I
They're
I
never
highly
gonna
doubt
let
that would
they're never
happen.
gonna freaking let him back, bro.
No, unfortunately not. This poor guy is gonna he's cooked, I think.
Unless
But
they do a second chance season and they let him back for some reason.
yeah, but I mean I do still think that this was only just an okay premiere. I think that it was a bit slow paced at times, especially around the Green Tribe. It was a little slow paced. Like it was just like, oh, they were just talking about the Alliance the whole time. That's pretty much it. Like I
I
don't.
would give it like about like an 8 out of 10 if I was to rate it.
I'd give it a 6. It was way better than a 45 premiere. That premiere was terrible, but I still think that the best premiere episode in the new era is Survivor 44 with the whole evacuations thing and Matthew getting hurt
So
and
you're
the
racist
vote
because
off.
you liked Bruce's
No,
evacuation.
no. I was talking about the vote off. The vote off was really good too. It was the first time an idol's been used the
Oh,
first tribal
true.
council.
You're
That
telling me
was
that
I really
you're
like
telling me
that
that
too.
Idol is better than Jelinski, just like completely
Okay.
blowing up his entire game at Tribal Council, just saying, guys,
Here's the
I
thing
promise
though.
I will never ever quit a challenge, except for the challenge I just quit. That was so good.
But okay. I can agree with that. I think this is the second best premiere. I just think that 44's was slightly better.
Well, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And if you guys want to see Bruce come back, make sure to comment down below. Brucey Woosey is my savior of Survivor. Please let him back in the show, Jeffy Weffy. Bye.
Hey everybody, this is Bruce here for season 45 Survivor. Now, I, Bruce, the greatest Survivor player to ever exist, demand that all of you subscribe to Meme View. That's Meme View. And hit the like button. Or, if you don't, you end up like me on season 44. Alright? You don't want that, do you? Peace!